Peace.
Personally very excited to introduce this next topic.
Sweet.
Because up until, I'm just going to say it. I love Andrew Garfield as Spider-Man. I wish we had more of him. Andrew Garfield, on his rumored appearance in Spider-Man No Way Home, on the record, this is him. This is a quote directly from Andrew Garfield. On the record, this is not something I'm aware I'm involved in. No matter what I say, I'm screwed. I feel that.
I don't think that's the word he used, though.
Probably not. Yeah, I mean,
I edited that word specifically.
Very good. And then he goes on to say it's either going to be really disappointing for people or it's going to be really exciting. Now, look, Andrew Garfield, I think I stood by this for a very, very long time, caught flack for it, and I have no problem saying I caught flack for it. And I'll say it again. I, for a very long time, preferred Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man to Tom Holland. However, it took me a couple of movies and a couple of rewatches of Tom Holland as Spider-Man to really buy into him as Spider-Man.
Right.
And listen, and I grew up with Toby Maguire. So he is Spider-Man to me and will always be Spider-Man to me. And I feel like nobody else will ever live up to Toby Maguire as Spider-Man. With that being said, that is not a diss on Andrew Garfield or on Tom Holland. Yeah. However, not talking about the other two guys, talking about Andrew Garfield, trying to stay on target here.
Stay on target.
The fact that he is being, I said this a lot last week about other news topics. He's being cheeky. Mm-hmm. And I watched this Jimmy Fallon. He's very, very cheeky on Tuesdays.
Where's our boy, Blue Harvest Bricks? Come on,
man. Blue Harvest Bricks needs to be here.
Us redneck Americans.
Yeah. I mean, come on. I love being a hick sometimes, but anyway, I'm just saying the fact that he is out here being so cheeky and so, tongue in cheek about all of this Spider-Man stuff.
Sure.
It is making me happy to see him talking about Spider-Man. I'll admit, because the more we talk about old friends, basically, it makes me very nostalgic. I mean, when I worked at the movie theater, I had a really cool opportunity to see Spider-Man, the first Amazing Spider-Man, ahead of anybody else who got to see it.
Yeah.
Occasionally at the movie theater, we would have what we called staff screenings, where we'd all get into the theater and watch it as a movie theater staff, and we could invite friends to come watch it with us. So I'm sure I had somebody come watch it with me. I don't remember now, but we sat and watched it, all of us together, and thought, oh, this is really good. Like, we were excited because we all grew up with Toby Maguire. And so everybody I worked with was like 18, 19, 20 years old. So we were all like, yes, this is like what we want. And so it was really cool, very exciting time. So the fact that he's back talking about it is a big deal for me. Now, with that being said, Caleb, I want to see what you have to say about whether or not Andrew Garfield is lying, whether or not you think he has no clue what's going on. What do you think as a whole about this?
My heart says that he's lying for sure. Like, contractually, obviously, he could not reveal that he is in this movie. With that said, in the mind, though, I am not saying for certain that he's in the movie because I don't want to be disappointed. So, I'm having this internal struggle with myself because I want to avoid disappointment. I still think I can enjoy the third Tom Holland Spider-Man film without seeing Andrew or Toby. And speaking to that, I know we're specifically talking about Andrew Garfield, but if he's in this movie, Toby Maguire is going to be in this movie too.
No question.
So they go hand in hand. So with that said, though, again, I'm having this internal debate with myself, but I really do think he's going to be in this. I really think at this point, he's just hiding or, contractually obligated to say that he's not in it. He's not in it. He's not in it. But we'll see. Again, I don't want to say he's absolutely in it because I don't want to get myself too pumped up, but he's in it.
But here's the thing, though. We got to remember every interview anybody has seen out there of him in the last month. Everybody is hounding this guy, and you're not going to be Jimmy Fallon and say, let's call somebody who may or may not be involved in a movie. You're just not. I don't feel like they would waste their time, because they could easily book Adam Driver to come talk about The Last Duel.
Sure.
I mean, just for example, we could book 100 other people and not even talk about Andrew Garfield and just be perfectly fine. But they're booking him to come on these shows and talk about something he's not involved with, air quotes for those listening on podcast. It's inevitable. He's Thanos. It's inevitable. He's going to show up and be in this movie. And listen, like you're saying he's not in it because you don't get your hopes up. I'm not getting my hopes up. I mean, I'm totally fine if they don't, neither one of Toby or Andrew show up as Spider-Man again. That's fine. That's their prerogative. They can do whatever the heck they want. Okay. They're Marvel. But at the same time, I want them to show up. And I'm not willing it into existence per se.
Right.
I'm just saying if it happens, fantastic. If it doesn't happen, just as fine. I like Tom. It'll be fine.
Yeah.
But I would prefer to see Andrew and Tom's Peter Parker's look at Tobey Maguire's Peter Parker and be like, wait, that stuff's coming out of you? Like, it's not, you didn't make it. You know, I would love to see that, like, awkward interaction. And it'd be better if Tom Holland said it than Andrew. But, you know, that's neither here nor there. We'll wait and see what happens. It's coming for Christmas. And, you know, I mean, it's fine. It's okay.
Yeah. Well, listen, if you're watching live with us, I want you right now in that chat. Tell us, give us a percentage. What's the percentage that we see Andrew Garfield? And again, I feel like, with that said, Tobey Maguire as well. What's the percentage that we see both of them return as Spider-Man in the next Tom Holland Spider-Man film?
What's your percentage? While we're waiting on people to chime in.
90%.
Both of them 90?
Yeah, well, yeah, because I think they go hand in hand. I don't think I can separate the two, honestly. If one of them shows up, I really feel like there's zero chance that the other one doesn't. So I'm gonna go 90 that both of them show up.
Okay, I'm gonna be weird.
Okay,
can I be weird here? Is okay?
Yeah,
if
let's
I'm
be
weird.
weird. We're geeks here at Geekverse.
I'm gonna
Reactions.
be super geeky weird. I'm gonna go ahead and say there is. Oh, and I'll justify it in just a second. There is a 95% chance Andrew Garfield is in this movie.
Okay.
There is an 80% chance Tobey Maguire's in this movie.
Okay.
Here's why. Nobody is calling Tobey Maguire to come on late night and talk about it.
That's true.
People are only calling Andrew Garfield. And let's face it, the photoshopped, quote unquote, things that Andrew Garfield has said have leaked are predominantly just him against a blue screen. You know, like, it's clear that it's him. It's obviously Andrew Garfield in a Spider-Man suit, and his Spider-Man suit, no less.
Right.
And then there's the one that I don't think exists on the internet anymore of Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield, like on some kind of scaffolding, just chilling.
Yeah.
That one looks a little more doctored, but it looks present day. And that's why I think that one is legit. Now, like I said, going back to my point about the late night stuff, there's nobody calling. If Tobey Maguire ends up on late night like this week or next week, I will change my percentage.
Sure.
But right now, 95% Andrew Garfield's coming, 80% chance Tobey Maguire's coming.
Okay, fair enough. And over in the chat, Tristan says 50%.
You are not optimistic at all.
50-50. Interesting. I mean, it's probably better to be in that location because you'll be okay either way. I really hope. I know how people are. If they don't show up, people are automatically not going to like the movie, even if the movie's great. If I'm being completely honest, so for that reason alone, I'm really hoping they show up.
If they don't show up, and this movie is incredible, we got to remember we're getting Doc Ock and Green Goblin.
Right.
From the Tobey Maguire universe, no less.
And Jamie Foxx.
Electro?
Yes, there you
Electro?
go. Thank you.
And then also Sandman's supposed to be rumored. I would love it if Tom Hardy would show up as Venom. I mean, even though
to
I'm
make up
disappointed
for the hour and a half Venom too.
Okay, if he shows, I'll say this now. I'm going to backtrack for just a second, but if he shows up in Spider-Man I already forgot the name of it. No Way Home.
Yes, there you go.
If he shows up in No Way Home, then I will be more happy. I will be more excited because, an hour and 30 minutes, fine. That's okay because we got him for 10 in a Spider-Man movie.
Sure.
Where he truly belongs. So, but then again, I mean, it's all hearsay until December.
Yeah. All right. Well, listen, if you're out there, let us know what you think of Andrew Garfield being in Spider-Man No Way Home. Do you think it's going to happen? Do you think it's not going to happen? Let us know. We would love to hear your opinion on that. Next news piece, we've got the Batman.